We're going to be turning this scaffold board to this. If you've been watching our recent videos, we've been building our downstairs toilet from scratch, and one of our next projects is to do the windowsill for this window here. So this is one we've done previously, and we've also done the windowsill in our living room as well. Right, so I got these scaffold boards from an old reclamation centre. They cost me about £10 each. I got 2 of them, and we originally used them to plaster the ceiling so we could walk across the length of the room, and that was all they was intended to be used for. But now we've had the idea to turn them into a windowsill just because we prefer the rustic wood look over the cheap MDF that you can buy. So the first job will be to cut it to size, clean it all up, and then we can prep it for the finished surface. It's going here, we will be sticking it down, so it needs to be free from dust. We need to know what to cut it down to, so measure from the corner because that tends to be the smallest width. Measure that, which is exactly 47, so I'll just make a note of that on here. 47, and then I'll just double check on the far side just to make sure that that's not a different measurement. So now I've obviously got the measurement to that. I need to add 60mm, and that'll be 30 each side, so it lips over slightly. So the final measurement is 53, so I'll just make a mark on each corner. So obviously the next step will just be to cut that down to size. You need to choose at this point what side you want to use. As you can see on here, there's a crack through this side, so we're going to use this side instead. Now you can offer it up into place. Put it up to the end, and then make a mark where the corner is. Just see that. Same for this side. Made the marks each side, and I'm just going to measure and check what the measurement is because I don't want one too big compared to the other, so I just want to reference that and then make a measurement 30mm in on each side. 30 there. This is genuinely the first test. I've got a feeling it's probably going to get a little bit. So it's mostly in, just need sanding down, just lips up a little bit there. I think that's where it's getting caught. Voila. So we've got it pretty much where we want it, so now we can move around to cleaning it all off. And the reason I didn't do it first was because obviously now there's a smaller surface area that will need cleaning. Right, so the first thing to do is to use this wire brush, get in all the grooves and get as much off as possible. So you can see the difference already.
That was good.
You can see the difference between the one I haven't touched and the one I cleaned up. And basically, just to get it to this point, all I used was a wire brush and just some sandpaper. Just with that, it's taken me from that to that. So it's at this point now. Obviously, we wanted to leave some of the original character to it. I've also gone around and cleaned the bottom up a little bit as well, just because that will be the side that we're sticking. Obviously, want it to adhere well to it. So the next step at this point will be to add a finish. There's different types you can use. I think there's beeswax, varnish, or oil. But what we've gone for is a teak oil. We've used that before, so we know it works well. You can choose different tones, so we've gone for a kind of a dark tone, which is what we like. But the reason we chose teak oil is because it seals the wood, and although it's not fully waterproof, it's good in hardware and areas, and obviously it's not going to get wet anyway. But it can be used on interior and exterior wood, and it helps prevent the wood from drying, warping and splitting. So this is normally Kiera's job, but the way to apply it, use these lint-free cloths. Obviously you see that's the one we've used before. Apply small amounts at a time. In the past, done around 3 coats, and between each coat you normally leave an hour. This is after the first coat. We decided to stick it down now, and then we can do the coats while it's on. But to stick it on, I'm using this PU foam adhesive. Now this is designed to not expand. However, the one we've done in the past did expand slightly, so all we need to do basically is put something heavy on it once it's in, and hopefully that should lock it into place. So I've just gone over with a wet cloth on that side. It does advise you to wet the area first. Basically just creates a better adhesion. So I've just been round part of the frame with this decorator's cork. As you saw, I had to use the tape just to get that clean line, and also because the wall wasn't exactly straight on the one side, so I did have to create a thicker bead, which isn't ideal, but I couldn't really help that. So yeah, that's what I used to go around the outside. It's had its third coat, and it hasn't gone as dark as our other ones, just because we had to sand it down a little bit more, but we're happy with the finished colour. Depending on how dark you want it, you can buy different shades of oil. So I hope this video shows that you can create an inexpensive solid wood windowsill relatively easily. As I said, all we used was a reclaimed scaffold board. Teak oil is probably the most expensive out of all the stuff we use, but obviously once you've got that, it lasts for quite a long time. So if you're interested in watching the rest of our downstairs toilet build, then subscribe and check out our other videos.